My name is Sarah, and this is the story of how I nearly lost everything but found redemption and love in the end. I married John 5 years ago. We were the perfect couple, everyone said. John was a dedicated man, working tirelessly to provide for us. He was a brilliant engineer, and his projects often required him to stay late at the office or travel for days on end. At first, I admired his dedication, but as time went on, I felt more and more alone. The first few years of our marriage were blissful. We traveled together, explored new hobbies, and spent countless evenings talking about our dreams and plans for the future. John was always there for me, and I felt secure and cherished in his love. However, as his career advanced, so did his responsibilities. The late nights at the office, the frequent business trips, and the endless meetings began to take their toll. It started innocently enough. I met Mark at a local book club. He was charming, attentive, and most importantly, he was there when John wasn't. Our conversations grew longer, our meetings more frequent, and before I knew it, I had crossed a line. We began an affair, and for a brief moment, I felt alive and desired. But secrets have a way of coming to light. One evening, John came home early, catching Mark and me together. The look of betrayal and pain in his eyes was something I'll never forget. My heart shattered as I saw the man who loved me more than anything break in front of me. John didn't yell. He didn't throw things. He simply walked out, leaving a deafening silence in his wake. I was devastated. What had I done? How could I hurt the person who had given me everything? The next few days were a blur. I tried calling John, but he wouldn't answer. I left messages, sent texts, but he remained silent. It wasn't until a week later that he finally came home. His face was stern, his eyes cold. He asked me one question: why? Through tears, I told him everything. How I felt lonely, neglected, and how I foolishly sought solace in someone else. I didn't make excuses, I knew what I did was wrong. I begged for his forgiveness, knowing I didn't deserve it. John listened quietly, his expression unreadable. When I finished, he said nothing for a long time. Finally, he spoke. Sarah, I love you. But trust is the foundation of our marriage, and you've broken that. It will take time, but if you're willing to walk through this, so am I. We began counseling, both individually and together. It was a painful process, facing the hurt I caused and understanding the reasons behind my actions. John also realized he needed to balance his work and personal life better. It wasn't easy, and there were moments when I feared we wouldn't make it. But love is a powerful force. Slowly, we rebuilt our relationship, brick by brick. John started coming home earlier, making time for us. I cut all ties with Mark and focused on mending what I had broken. Trust, once lost, takes time to regain, but we were committed to each other. Years have passed since that dark time. We are stronger now, more connected. We learned to communicate better, to prioritize our relationship above all else. Our marriage isn't perfect, but it's real, and it's ours. I look at John now, playing with our daughter in the backyard, and I'm filled with gratitude. I nearly lost him, but we found our way back to each other. Our love, tested by fire, emerged stronger and truer.